NBA sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They go play action here on first down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Newton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
On second down, here's Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Newton now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Get set. Under.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Breeze will try again on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on third down, Hill. Being chased out left. Looking long for Thomas. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play for the Saints on third down. 48 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A very solid gain of 27. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Fournette fighting, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Breeze down to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Left. Under.
Breeze now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he stopped immediately there.
You're good. My ball, ready.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll check this one off to Fournette. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Newton now on second down. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. Got a man, it's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Breeze now on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And one more time. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hill now to throw. Buying time to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's got to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 12 yards there as they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. There's Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Breeze again. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Olsen too much. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
On first down, it's Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton steps away to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the... We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Complete to right. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. Newton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A final shot before the break, Newton. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready. Ready.
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're running right through it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be hit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bree's going to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Nick Perry with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And Lutz's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Morstead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski in the return to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gun.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They come out here in the I. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nick Perry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
21. Got it. Under.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
21. Got it. 53. Check 53.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
23 yards on the play. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too...
This is McCaffrey down to the 25. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Nick Perry getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Watching that, Barney.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Room past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. On 1st and 10, Hill flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
14. 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys